This month I've had lots of questions in about hormone problems, but particularly about menopause and hot flushes and HRT and whether there are any alternatives. A lot of women experience menopausal symptoms that don't completely resolve by what we would call nutritional approaches. The sort of starting point always is a low GL diet, good supplementation, and that should include isoflavones, these are the phytoestrogens, and also vitamin B6, zinc, magnesium, various other natural compounds. And in my range that's the optimum nutrition pack with essential fats plus female balance and the low GL diet. But that for a lot of women is not enough. On the subject of hot flushes, there are 3 herbs that have worked in clinical trials. One is black cohosh, the other is dong quai, those are probably my 2 favourite, and the third is agnus castus. Now, you won't find these in general supplements because they are classified as medicinal herbs. And they're well worth trying, and some women respond very well, for example, to black cohosh, while others, the one that that really helps is dong quai. So it's worth experimenting with, say, a month on a herb and see what it does. But there's an awful lot of women who still don't get resolution from hot flushes. By the way, if you're having one and you've learned some sort of centering or breathing technique as taught in yoga or in the exercise system I often recommend, psychocalisthenics, called diacath breathing, it's in a lot of my books, that can actually help in the moment of a hot flush. Exercise can help too. But sometimes that is not enough, and there is a need for supplemental, what I call natural or bioidentical hormones. Now, the woman's body, also man's body, makes estrogen, progesterone, and also testosterone, and testosterone is terribly important for sex drive. Now, there are 3 estrogens called estradiol, estrone, and estriol, and all of these, including testosterone, are ultimately made from the hormone progesterone. Many people think in the menopause there is a big decrease in estrogen. That is true, but as soon as you are not ovulating, you are not producing progesterone. So some women are suffering from estrogen deficiency, some from progesterone deficiency, and some from what we call estrogen dominance, that is relatively too much estrogen to progesterone. And the results from studies using natural, that is bioidentical hormones, often delivered as a skin cream, are often usually superior and always safer than conventional HRT, which uses slightly messed up molecules of estrogens or progesterones, which are called progestins or progestogens. I don't like these. Now, the thing is that it's really best, if you can, to do it properly. That is, to see a doctor who specializes in natural bioidentical hormones, have a blood test, or more usually a saliva test that can actually measure your hormone balance, and then ideally get a specific hormone, natural hormone replacement made up for you. And this can be done with a compound pharmacy. Now, they exist in Britain and they exist in the US. I'm not sure about some other countries. Now, often if that's not possible, then the best first step is natural progesterone. Postmenopausally, almost every woman is not going to have enough progesterone, and from that you can make the other hormones. So it's a slightly tricky and complex area. It's well worth getting informed about. If you haven't already done so, reading my book Balance Your Hormones really explains all of these, and of course many other aspects of hormonal problems. And it also gives resources to find a good practitioner who can really assess what you need and give you specifically what you need in the form of natural hormones that is identical to that which your body produces in the amounts usually produced by the body. And I think that is a much safer option to go than the HRT route. But first of all, do make sure your nutrition is good, you're on a low GL diet, and you take good supplements.